Hey, 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 happy Fruition Friday. It went bad the first time. Yeah. I'm live with look, that's when you don't do a live in so long and it goes bad. It went left the first time, but it's all good. So up here we have Come Let It Marinate with me this season of reviews for Ready to Love. Um, Real Housewives. I'm gonna pull up that Miami for you. Definitely Potomac. Definitely Sisters. You've been on my mind. Oh, sister. But we're gonna be reviewing Sisters. So just a lot of more reviews. That's why I popped that up there so y'all can see it. I'm really excited about Ready to Love. I know that I'm a episode behind, but I'm going to throw this one out there real quick so that you guys can catch up with me. So it's gonna be episode 1, and I do realize that it's time to watch this next one, but you'll just head on back over here so you can hear my little commentary on all of these people on Ready to Love, honey. I don't know, they ready to do something, but I don't know nothing about love. Here you go. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Be true to it. I am Jacosta, better known as Mama J, and I am excited, y'all. So get on this ride with me and let's do it. Okay. So here you go. Let's start with these. We have Andre the entrepreneur, and it's like he got a turd on it. Like, Dre, what's that little turd that's kind of on your it looks like a turd, and I want him to get rid of that one twist turd. So it's turd Dre. Anthony, he's an nurse practitioner. Okay. Blake, mm, Blake. Yeah. Corporate security officer. Isn't that just the dude that said, I see you? Like, isn't that just the flashlight? I think you put corporate on there, but you still I see you. Y'all remember that? Like that's the security like just a security guard. Like stop with the extra. I don't know what the extra is for. Then you got Blue, better known as Damien. That's his first name. He's a lounge owner. Then you have Corvea, digital strategist. You got Demario, accountant. And you got Dre, bless his soul. We're going to talk about Dre, bless him. And then you have Jeffrey, because Jeffrey's an assistant, an executive assistant. And Jeffrey, I'm confused. If I ever get to interview you, I want to understand your confessionals as opposed to you talking to the men. So in your confessionals, you went and you were just like, yeah. But when you talk to the men, I'm Jeffries and my children. I was confused. I was like, sis, it's two you? Like, is it Jeffrey and Jeffries? Is it two different people? Because you go into a vocal fry with a little bit of baby talk. And I don't understand. Yeah. You're gonna have to make me make that make sense and understand it because I'm confused. Next, we have Lyndon. Lyndon. Bar manager. We'll get to Lyndon a little later, but he was quite interesting to me. Marcia. All right, fashion designer. Mercedes, flight attendant. Welcome aboard Atlantic Oceans, where we give it blue true for you. You can go here at the illumination, whatever. I love it though. Morgan, interior designer. Natasha, attorney. Sue Ann, attorney. Tony, tax director. Does that really mean H&R Block though? Like, can somebody let me know? Because for what, for why? But because I would have thought if he was like a CPA, it would just say CPA, right? Am I wrong? Z, digital producer. Z, one of the things that I realized is like she was like, my name's Z. I'm Z, but My real name's Zulika, but I'm Z. Like you kind of went hush with your real name. Sometimes I guess we do that, but girl, stand in your truth. That's your name, Zulika. Then that's your name. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about Tony because I'm looking at all of these jobs though, because y'all getting real slick with the job situation. Y'all corporate security guard, you know that's I see you. I say you, you know that's flashlight cop. So I'm real confused. And then tax director, I was confused too. Because we got top flight security, we have rental cop. I don't know. And he's really overly confident. He's interesting. So yeah, y'all should have put CPA and not tax director right there. Or IRS. Tony, do you work for the IRS? Or I'm confused. Y'all have us looking at these careers and jobs, and I don't know. It's giving, it's giving, huh? What? Why? For what? For why? So that's everybody in a nutshell. That's what they do. That's not quite who they are because I literally forgot all about who was it? I forgot her again. Suan. I was like, what the heck? When I was watching the whole freaking episode, I forgot about Suan. Did anybody else forget about Suan? Anybody? Because I kind of did. So I was like, dang, who is Suan? I forgot she existed. But at least she made it. Look, I'm already hitting the back, but y'all all have watched it. So remember, they opened up, they're at the pool, you know, boop de boop, whoop de whoop. And I'm fasting all the way forward. No, let's back it up. Andre starts rapping. So Andre's a DJ. Andre's he works at he's a radio personality, I think. But Andre thinks that he doesn't have anybody because he's short, and he says that's been a hindrance. But Andre, that's not it. You got to find somebody as quirky and corny as you are. Because that's, or you find that woman who finds that attractive. That woman wasn't in this bunch. Another thing, they did Andre, I'm talking about short Andre. They did short Andre a disservice. Sorry, Andre. I gotta say short Andre because you know that's the other Andre. And he's on here too. So I gotta be able to tell the people short Andre. So short Andre, you know, like short Andre. He thinks that him being short is that thing. Nope. I said he got to find that woman. But here on Ready to Love, why am I pissed off at y'all? I'm pissed off because guess what they did? And I'm only gonna be on here for a second because I know the other one's on, but I want to talk about the first episode because I didn't get to. So one thing I hate that they did. None of these women said that they wanted a little man. None of these women probably wrote on that or typed into their casting information that they wanted Kevin Hart. None of them. All of them wanted men over 6 feet. All of them. So, Andre, they played you because none of these women were looking for a bite-sized man. None of these women were looking for a leprechaun. None of them were looking for a little guy. So really, it's not your size. Your height, that does not keep you from getting a woman. It's what you say, Dre. It's what you say. Take it from me. Okay. I'm not that much older than you. You look good to be 39. Was you 39? I think he was 39, something like that. Wait, or maybe not. Yeah, Dre was 39. And you look really, you're going to be very young and everything like that. But that thing is that you got to be confident, and then you can't walk in looking like you're supposed to be one of my children. Does that make sense? Like all of those men came in wearing grown men clothes. And Dre, you came in like you was about to go DJ, and the attire was supposed to be all black. Like, what you doing? For what? For why, Dre? You can't do that. That's it. So if you would have come in there with a cute little business casual, very confident, with your jokes was gonna fly, and then you would have looked 6 feet. You still looked 5'3". You probably ain't 5'3". You probably my height, 5'5". But still, all in all, Drake, you were supposed to come in there very confident. You didn't. So that's a thing with women. If you're not really getting them to stay, but you're getting the women, you got to be confident. I would say business casual when you're coming to things like this, not looking like you're part of the skate crew and you're about to go skateboarding. Yeah, that wasn't working for you. Next thing I wanted to talk about, Morgan and Lyndon had a conversation, and Lyndon was saying like he's about the nightlife and things like that and his lifestyle, but in his lifestyle is it's just one of those where he gets in about 5 or 6 in the morning. And Morgan was like, that's kind of intimidating. Like, she's not feeling that. And I get it, Morgan. Like, if that's not you, that's not you. Marcia and Blue. Marcia, Blue likes to be spontaneous. I love that Blue likes to be spontaneous. However, Marcia, you said you felt safe with Blue, aka Damien, aka Blue again. How? You just met him. So look, I was like, how does she feel safe? And she just met dude, but okay, yeah. Miss me with that one. Rashid and Simone came out. They were from Last Resort. They are people's couples goals. They was like, I'm couple goal. This is my couple goal. I remember Simone. Remember, she got booted before the show was over. So for Rashid and her to come together, they really were meant to be together. So really Ready to Love, I guess you kind of did it, but you kind of didn't. But one thing I want to know, didn't they get engaged a long time ago, y'all? I could have sworn, look now, I was watching their YouTube channel and I was like, oh my gosh, their engagement is amazing. And oh, but how did they get engaged again on the show and they were already engaged? Okay, I don't know. For what? For why? Why were we fake? Did we fake it this time? And it was real with your family? I don't know. It was confusing. But hey, I'm glad that they were a visual for couple goals for everybody else. Another thing, I like that Mercedes had her little cute flight attendant moment. That was cute. Anthony and Mercedes were talking, and listen, Mercedes said, I don't mind being a stepmama. Huh? Anthony tells you he has a kid, and then you already talk about you don't mind being a stepmama. But I guess we got to get everything in this little short amount of time. So I got to let you know I love kids. I may not have, but I don't mind being a stepmom to your children. Like, I don't know if we're going to make it that far, but I don't mind being a stepmom to your kids. I don't know. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts? Can somebody tell me? Because yeah, that was a little much, but it helped Andre. I mean, not Andre, Anthony to figure it out. So Turd Dre, yeah, I gotta call you Turd Dre until you get rid of that turd that's on your forehead like that. And I think she was just talking about how you want to. I mean, you twirled. I don't know. It just looked like a little turd. It looks like a bird came and just right there, and then that little turd just I don't know, but that what it looked like to me. All right, let's keep it going. So Morgan and Tony. Morgan, this is really just something that was so funny. You asked him how many kids he had. He said he has 2. Do you have a child? I think something like that you said. And he said 2. And you said you got 2 childs? I was laughing. Some stuff people just don't catch. Did y'all catch that? Because I caught it. I said 2 child. Oh, she's nervous. I was like, huh? I had to rewind that 2 child. 2 child. You got 2 child. Oh, 2 child. Two child. Okay. Moving. Let's see. Dating. Oh, yeah. When she said how it went left when she dated a non-believer, girl, I could have told you that. You could have called me and I'd let you know. Dating a non-believer, that is sometimes they can bring you to do stuff you don't want to do. So you got to watch that crap. So Morgan, good catch. Demario and Curveya. So Demario and Curveya, they're talking, and Demario in his little confessional, he's talking about how he likes a woman with long black hair, and he's like a woman with a big booty. I'm like, okay, whatever. So Curveya, you did something the same way. I can't remember the chick's name. What she said and did is, he says, I've been to therapy, and then you go, oh, we love it when a man has been to therapy. Okay, how? Like, why? I mean, the man said, I've been to therapy. The man didn't say he was getting therapy. He was in therapy, girl. You got to find out, honey. And you got to ask him clear questions. Are you in therapy? Do you mind sharing how beneficial this is to your life and how it's changed things? That's how you get to hear what's wrong with him and why he's there. See? Little insight. No, I love being a therapist. All right, deal breaker. So here we go. Corveya sitting around talking, and she talks about a deal breaker. Excuse me. Let me get some water. Ooh, yummy. So what's a deal breaker? She said, well, independence. Like, I want to see a man living by himself. I want to see a man not living with roommates. I want to see a man, able to hold his own, because she's like, for so long, I've been able to hold my own. That's what Corveya said. Girl, I feel you. I was the same way. So then Lyndon says something good went on with his apartment. The people said they were going to sell, so he had to hurry up and go. And she was looking, she was just like, okay. So he's saying all of this stuff. And she says, so you don't live alone? He goes, no. So she goes, he's okay. Yeah, that's a deal breaker. Like, I don't know about that. So this brother goes in his confessionals and he's like, I could never talk to her. She's too judgmental, and she's judging you because you don't have nowhere to live. You're 33 years old. You should be living by yourself. I'm gonna stick with that. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. The frat brother type of stuff happened. That was years ago. That was your college years. Okay. Roommates, no. And this is my thing. She dodged a bullet. Y'all, let me show you. She dodged the bullet. I want to tell you how Corveya dodged the bullet. Corveya, you want me to tell you how you dodged the bullet? Because Lyndon, you know what this is giving me? You in your confessional said, where do you even have time? Or maybe not. Maybe that was when you were sitting there talking. I can't recall. But you said that, when do you have time to do that and you work? How can you go find an apartment or find somewhere to stay and you work? Same way you went and talked to your friend about living with them. Same way that you said you work the night, like 5 to 6 in the morning. So let me tell you something. Is this thing on? Hello, Lyndon. It is very easy. You go take your butt to bed for 4 hours and you get your butt up and go find you somewhere to stay. I bet you dodged the bullet. Let me show you how you dodged the bullet, how you swerved on that Corveya. I bet he don't even have a headboard. And I'm done for the night. I'm just playing. I bet he does not even have a headboard. I bet that you just walk in there and his mattress is on the floor. Wait, no, I gave you a little too much, Lyndon. On the floor. Lyndon, your mattress on the floor? That's what you're giving. That's what you're giving. So you dodged a bullet, because guess what, Corveya? You'd have been sleeping on the mattress that's on the floor. Lyndon is giving me no headboard. Lyndon is giving me that he doesn't really save. Lyndon is giving me He's going to do nightlife all his life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe he has aspirations to own a club. And if you would have said something like that, I'm staying with my friend and actually I'm trying to open up this club, like I would have been with you. But right now, I'm not. Let's go. So for what, for why? You're mad at her and her standards. You're mad at her and what she thinks she shouldn't change from. Make it make sense. Make it make sense because it's making none. So then DJ Andre, aka comedian, aka short stuff, aka little guy. I'm talking about Lil Andre, Lil Dre. That sound better. So Lil Dre and Marcia are talking, and I could tell Lil Dre that you and Marcia aren't a fit. And you said she looked like she be type, huh? But yeah, again, ready to love failed Andre because none of you're short. You being short, you can get a woman. That's not the reason you're not getting a woman. I told you before. You got to dress the part, okay? But that's not it. They did you a disservice. They did you a disservice, Dre. I'm not talking about Turd Dre. I'm talking about Lil Dre. So Marcia wasn't gonna be interested. I mean, because she wanted a tall drink of glass. She want to lean up into the man, not lean down. Okay. Let's see. And that's not because you short, because you probably could have sold your confidence and your outfit and your jokes. They all got to match. Just gonna tell you that. Now, Natasha. She said she don't like men looking good. That was funny. Now she'll probably don't want a man looking better than her. I feel you. Another thing. What one last, because I'm out. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the elimination, but Z and Demaria. Z, you was giving them homegirl vibes. I get it. You was throwing out the joke about being a virgin. You was throwing out so much, but when you hit that man with alpha woman, a lot of men don't. I guess they don't be wanting to hear that. Because he's like, I'm an alpha man, so he wants maybe you to be, and maybe he's looking for a woman who's a damsel in distress. And I did think that was you. When you said I'm an alpha woman, I was like, well, huh? But maybe you are. I didn't get those vibes. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Let's bring it back. So here is one of the last things I want to talk about before I say everybody who got booted. Blake, Blue, Mercedes, and Corvea. And I might be missing somebody. Blake was talking about children, saying that when he was asked about having children, he said he has children, and he said, I'm about 87% on having one. No, you're not. You don't want any. So up front, tell these women, I don't want kids. Talking about some 87%. So there's a 13% chance that I can date you and I can get a baby. Oh, I want you. No. So you and Jeffries, that probably would make a good thing. And I could see the casting director feeling that and thinking that. And Jeffries thought you were misunderstood. So maybe that'll work out. But listen here, Top Flight. Top Flight, you said something that I probably am not going to be able to, and I'm going to be decided. I could change my mind. Top Flight, aka Blake, you said something that I thought was dumb, and I hate saying that word. You said something that I thought was stupid, and I hate saying that as well. But I have to call it out, and I have to call you out where you are. You said, if you have kids and the kid has one parent, the kid is broken. So you called your 3 children broken? So you raising 3 broken children. Huh? Because remember, you're on Ready to Love. So you're not supposed to be with their mom. So what you're telling the world is my 3 kids, they broken. Huh? Hey, Blake, aka Top Flight Security. Top flight security, you calling your kids broken. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would you say something like that aloud? So are you saying that? And this is what I was like, dang, maybe he's saying this because his kids aren't in his life. And then that's even worse, you know? And because why would you call your kids broken? Them little broken kids. Like you just spoke horrible into your kid's life. Horribly. You did a horrible job speaking into your kid's life. You did a horrible job speaking into other children's life. Okay? I don't know. But I'm telling you one thing. My kings, the two I raise, the two that I'm pouring into aren't broken. Okay? But you might be. Maybe you are deflecting. You're the broke one. All right. So we know right now that Natasha and Lil Dre, right? They were the two that were booted. Blake was in the bottom, rightfully so. And Z was in the bottom. Now, Blake should have left. Y'all could have kept Shorty and let Shorty go in a couple weeks. Lil Andre, y'all could have kept. But no, guess what? You got to produce a show. What people want is what Blake is going to give. And that's a lot of crap. Blake is like Turdre. He's like the Turdre on Andre's that turd Drake, cause that thing like a turd. Andre, take that, pull that back. You remind me of one of these little kids walking around the streets. What is going on? Ready to love. I'm going to need you to bring it. Okay, I'm going to need you to bring it. What I'm seeing so far, I'm not really sure. I want to say I give the first episode maybe B. I'll give it a B minus. Between a B minus and a C plus. Okay. I'll just stick with the B minus. I don't know what y'all give it. Tell me what you give it. But I'm going to watch the second episode. I can't wait so we can dive in. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I tried to get it through real quick. Like, remember we got some good little characters. We got a lot going on because Jeffries is going to talk. And Jeffrey, I don't know, you got two different, that was your voice. And then you got another voice. Yeah, I don't know if this is, girl, I'm scared, but I'm ready for this ride. As Mercedes may tell you guys, all right, make sure you remember to like, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and go check me out at Jacasa_Odom on my YouTube. I've enjoyed each and every one of you. So guess what? I'll see y'all next time for a little bit of Ready to Love. Bye.